Okay. There's a lot more I could do on this thing. There's a lot of edge wear stuff I still think I could put on this. You know, there was something else I wanted to do here, and I wanted to mask a little bit of this out. Now that I got my blade quench in there, let me do a little bit of work on this handguard. Because I wanted this to just be masked out a little bit. And I really don't have anything in this mask. So I want my paint. I'm gonna have to remask this thing, but that's really easy. Just grab it and go. So I'm gonna add a generator here. I want this generator to cut out some things. I want it to give me edge wear. Probably. Take the wear level down a lot. A little bit less on the curvature weight. Yeah, that's looking better. Doing stuff like this here. Because what I want this thing to do now is I'm going to inverse this now. I think if you go to levels, you can go to invert, and it does the exact opposite. So now it's everywhere but my edge wear. There may be something like that in here, actually. Yeah. Don't even need the levels node. Just go to invert, and there we go. Awesome. I think there's a lot of those functions in there. Okay, my raw metal's still over everything, so I still need to put that paint. This should be, okay, so my handguard actually, I don't even need to do that. My handguard should have a black mask on it. It should be doing that for me. So that's what's wrong with that, is I needed to paint that shape in there and just use it that way. Awesome. There, now my folder's doing the masking for me. I don't have to worry about the matte finish here. Okay. So now we see, if I take this on and off, a little bit of a difference there in that. I think I want this to be a little softer and expand a little bit more. So there we go. A little bit of that going on. Let's see what that looks like. All right. You know what? I think just like the intensity of these normals is also a little bit too high. So let me come over here to the matte raw and just lower the intensity down just a little bit. And I think the intensity of my mask is probably a little bit too heavy too. Let me just drop the opacity on that a little bit. That's not doing what I wanted it to. A little bit more smooth. Say, this is looking pretty cool now. I like that. There's a little bit more of a natural feel to this, where it's like some of that raw metal got a little bit smoothed out there. That's pretty cool. With contrast maybe a little bit. I just feel like there we go. Not too shabby. I like it. See what this stuff is doing? You know, check your maps and everything too. Okay? You know, you don't want to, you want to make sure that you're not rocking like a pure white or anything on your colors or pure blacks. You know, height, not doing anything. Roughness needs to be really, really exaggerated on the roughness, okay? Actually, you know what's happening here is my little, my blade effects here, my my quenching is going over my blade. So maybe I think I need this to be inside my blade. Oops. Open the blade up. I want my blade wear to be over it, but I don't want it to be over the base. So let me do the quenching. Slip you under here. And that should give me a little bit more of my wear in there now. Yeah, so now I got more of my edge wear in there still. That looks a little bit better. Because that quenching was kind of overriding everything in my edge wear. I feel like I need to drop some things down just a little bit. That quenching's, I would say, just a little too much. Bring this guy down a little more too. Now, okay, so there's also some, I mean, that edge wear is pretty intense, but I feel like I'd like to mask it out just a little bit more on my quenching. I don't know, let me pull this out again and just take another stab at what this thing looks like being over the edge wear. Okay, it does kind of override it a little bit more. I just don't know. I don't know what effect's gonna look better here. Is the edge wear more important than the quenching, basically? Because I think I kind of like the way that the quenching masks out the edge wear. It kind of suggests that the edge wear color is the same as the quenching, so when the edge wear actually applies, it's the same color as that quenching takes away from roughness. Let me drop roughness values just a little bit more. Sorry, I'm getting really picky with this now. This is your, you know, your chance to be in control of this model. And you want to take it. You want to take every opportunity you can. There's so much more that you can do to these models. Right now, I'm feeling like a lot of high contrast from this gold speckle. I may want to drop that down a little bit. Check my channel here. Metal. I shouldn't have any grays in the metal. normals, ambient occlusion effects, kind of slapped in there, normal maps. Okay, so those are not good normal map colors. I'm gonna say that much, probably. Go back to that handguard and see what that intensity is doing there, because yeah, that normal map's doing some really harsh stuff there. Let me see something. Normals. Yeah, that's not doing anything though. Normal map detail. Normal map combine. Inverse detail? No. Alright, I just wanted to see how this thing's kind of overlapping and overlaying here. Because, it doesn't really look like a good color for my normals. I'm just gonna say that right now. Let me look at height again. Is height affecting this? No, there's nothing coming from height on that. That's all normals. Okay, so I mean, just something to be aware of when you're playing with these things. The actual intensity of this is not affecting. So, you know what? I think I just need to lower this mask down. Because it's not giving me good normal map colors. Woof. Oh my goodness. That's not giving me any normal map, anything. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna say that those are some pretty intense normals. If I take the mask off, just the sheer fact that the mask itself is what's causing that. I don't want that. Don't want that to be doing that stuff. So I'm gonna keep this mask just in a reasonable realm there. You can see how this is just completely messing up with my normals on my bake there, I would say. It's not making too good fancy on seams there. You know, it's not too crazy. I think I just need to take this mask out, really. Or maybe... maybe I need to do something else with this mask. I think that's what my issue is here. Try dragging you somewhere else. Or just taking you off. Because, yeah, that's not good stuff. Let me... Can I copy this over to another layer? I'm wondering if maybe I could just put this same generator. I don't think I can copy this stuff really. I'm gonna try to invert this and see if maybe this can also, what am I doing here? I'm masking this stuff out. So I want this to be a multiply. I don't want it to override everything. Just multiply this dirt out is basically what I'm doing. Okay. This could probably work this way. I probably should have done it this way, where I'm just masking out the dirt, because the way that it's affecting the normals, I really don't like that. I thought it was a pretty weird effect just to begin with there, so. Let's lower where. See what exactly I'm getting with this. Increase contrast maybe a little bit. Grunge amount, scale. It's a little more grunge. I still want the pits to be there. I just want it to be kind of isolated down a little bit more now, I guess. Grunge scale. Improve on that a little bit more. Curvature weight, bring you down. Just slightly, just slightly. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah. Oh, it's so much better. So it was the dirt that I put on this thing that I wasn't liking the intensity on the edges there with, but now it's looking a lot better. That's a big improvement there. So playing around with this a little bit more. Yeah, I don't want to take away from it. I'll probably just take away a little bit less of the wear level. Okay. And if I want this, you know, it's seeming a little bit light now too. So just bring the color down a little bit. Just kind of make sure the detail is standing out, really, is what I'm gonna say. It has like a pewter look to it now. Bring the colors down just a little bit, maybe add just a little bit more roughness to it. Ambient occlusion is already knocked the way it should be. Yeah, so now it's got like that pewter look to it, and I think that's pretty cool. That's where I want it. It has, I think it matches the handle a lot more there too. Okay. Back to the speckle gold, I think. We need to fix that up a little bit more. The guard bracket. The B key's a little weird. Bracket banding, speckle gold. Here we go. So we wanted a little bit less contrast than that, probably. Yeah. Just bring the contrast down a little bit. Don't want to overdo things here. Do not want to overdo things. Contrast down some more. Just a little too much. We don't want these things coming out too noisy looking. In fact, like this one has more of a brush metal effect to it, so that is looking a little bit cleaner. I may want to even do something like that there, but we've already come this far. Scale of my purlin noise may be a little bit too much here too. Let's increase the, or lower the scale of this just a little bit, or raise it. There we go. It's probably just the scale of it. Now I'm kind of getting like a repetitive dark mark there though, so I don't want that. There, it's a little less noticeable.